So this is a continuation to the graphene free electricity invention. This is the third clip, so I have a simple diagram here and I'm going to explain it pretty easy, differently from the others. So another thing I'm going to say is that there's many ways you could do this invention. Since there's so many different types of motors, there's so many different ways you could make this invention. So I'm just simply putting one way of doing it, or a couple ways of doing it. As I've listed a couple others, a lot of different versions in my other video. So you got 4 power sources. These are your 4 inputs attached to the commutator hub. These 4 power sources have leads. The leads are stationary. They have brushes that rub against the commutators. The commutator moves. And the power sources are stationary. The power sources are DC. I have here power source 4, power source 3, power source 2, power source 1, but I'm going to change it up a little bit, and let's just say you have 4 sources, so you have 8 leads. Here the 4 leads are your negative leads for your from your power sources, and here are your 4 leads for your 4 positive leads for your power sources. Your 4 positive leads go into the top of the commutator hub, and the 4 bottom leads are negative, and they go into the bottom commutator hub, and you have your dielectric layers separating the contact layers of the multi-layered cylindrical commutator hub. You have 2 halves, and then your commutator hub is on your shaft. So you have your graphene coils. You just make a coil to make a magnetic field, or add a transformer. Your graphene coils are identically placed on the shaft in position and are adjacent to each other. You have 2 permanent magnets, north-south, north-south. The north and the south has a magnetic field in between, but are going to have a different interaction because you have a magnetic field from the alternators, the 4 alternators. You have four power sources and 4 alternators in your motor. So you have north, 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 south, 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 south. Here are your 4 leads from your alternator coils on one side, and 4 leads from your alternator coils on the other side, on the bottom. So the bottom ones will be for your negative, will be attached to your bottom commutator hub, and the top 4 leads on your alternator coils will be for your top half for your commutator hub. So the positive leads from your power sources go to the top of the hub, then go in through the layers, and then go into the wires, and go to the same sides since they're all identical, and create a north magnetic field on top, and go into your coils and have go out the other side of the coil into the bottom of the commutator hub. Or I explained it wrong, since it's negative to positive, so it goes into the bottom, into the coils, make the magnetic field out the lead of the positive side of the coils, returning the positive energy of the electrons, go into the top of the commutator hub, and then go to your positive leads of your power sources. So you got north on top and south on bottom. Since your permanent magnet is south and your other permanent magnet is north, and you have north here and south here, you have 2 like fields, so you have an interaction of repelling. So you have a repelling motor and a repelling type motor. You could probably do I'm really sure you could do the attraction type as well. It's been a while since I've thought about it, but your north and north repel, so you're going to have a 180-degree turn until the north gets closer to the south. But as the north turns 180 degrees with the commutator is going to turn 180 degrees, and when it does get to that 180 degree point, your power sources, your stationary power sources with your leads and graphene brushes are just going to be stationary while your two hubs turn, which means the other half is going to touch the other pair of leads, and basically the two hubs are going to switch which leads they're touching, which means the bottom hub is now going to be the top hub, and the top hub is now going to be the bottom hub in the commutator. And so the leads are still the same, so the top is still positive, and bottom is still negative in inputting the energy. So now that the top is on the bottom, and this is the coils have just changed in position. The negative electrons are going to go into the bottom of the hub and go into now your the leads that were touching or attached. Since you have your top hub is now going to be your bottom hub. Now your negative leads are going to go into the now top hub, which is now the bottom hub, which goes into these leads right here, which was in the last phase, which is basically your second phase, which is going to be your 180 degrees to your 360 degrees, which is a full rotation. Is going to just revert the magnetic field to south again, so you'll have still south